I know I look a little crazy. I was just filming the eye look one, and I'm just letting this concealer sit. But in this one, it's going to be a very quick, easy video where I basically show you how to put on mascara. I know it seems kind of like, what do you mean? Like, but the point of this series, honestly, like I created it so that way everyday people who are new to makeup can have an idea of like what to do. Because I feel like a lot of times when I watch a lot of like makeup tutorials and things like that, I feel like when I was younger and I would watch these, they just kind of like brushed across very quickly on certain things. In this series, I pretty much teach you how to do the very basics, from like how to apply mascara to how to hold brushes to color correcting to what's the difference between foundation and skin tints, honestly, for the everyday person, and hopefully in a way that you can understand and you can follow along. And you can also just like reference this playlist so that way you can, you know, start understanding makeup a little bit more. If that is something that you want to do, especially for if you have something like an event coming up, or you honestly just want to like get into makeup. In this one, I'm going to show you how to do mascara or how to apply mascara. I'm going to show you a couple of brushes, or at least like makeup wand or mascara wands. If that interests you, then feel free to follow along. Kind of like already like set my face, and we're going to try the mascaras. So now back to, I just needed to like set my face really quickly, but with that being said, is I'm going to show you all a bunch of like different mascaras so you can have an idea. But going back to my main point in this series is you just kind of have to like read what the packaging says. Now, do some of them be lying? Absolutely. But I think you just have to kind of like in general, like read what you're looking for, figure out what you're looking for. Now for me, I have very short lashes, which means when I'm looking for mascara, I'm looking for mascaras that are very much about lengthening. I do not care about volume. Similar to my natural hair, I have enough volume with my hair, even though I have very thin hair, but I don't straighten my hair, so I don't care about for volume. But when I look for products, when it comes to my lashes, I'm looking for lengthening because my lashes are very short, as you can clearly see. Now, I actually ended up getting, because I was like, oh, I'm doing a whole video on mascaras, but I'm going to talk about mascaras from this. I went to Mexico. I went to Mexico recently. Did I go to Mexico recently? I did, for my birthday, for my 27th birthday. But I ended up going another time because I love Mexico. If y'all ever see me leave this country and go anywhere, actually, I'm not telling you where I'm going to be. But there is a chance I will be in Mexico, but there are other places I would rather live. But I got these mascaras and I wanted to like try different brands, because when I'm in a different country, I tend to want to try different brands of product, you know what I mean? Like different countries and the makeup that they have. So I ended up, so I'll just show you all these different wands, but this one just says like professional, like silicone. I don't know. So this is the first mascara and it's in Spanish, but it says maxi volume basically. So as you can see, this one, as it says, their whole thing is volume. Now, with my short lashes, I'm gonna look at this mascara wand. It's claiming that it's for volume, which I'm sure the ingredients in it too is gonna volumize your lashes. But I also know what I'm looking for when I look at a mascara wand. I'm looking for a wand that has all the little bristles in there. So I'm looking at this. So this is one kind of bristle that you will see in a mascara wand. And I guess in Mexico, they kind of sell it like this, where, or at least with this specific brand, they kind of put the lid on it. You have to open it up and then you put it in, which is actually great for traveling and also not drying out the product, now that I think about this. But this is one of them. And all of these are silicone, which just means like it's literally silicone. I don't know what the other like makeup of them would be, but this is a silicone thing. But this is one kind of bristle that you'll see, and this one claims to be volumizing. And then this one is another one. This one is just like a regular mascara, just as silicone, and this is another kind of bristle that you'll see. This is one of my favorite bristles because you literally feel like with all these little tiny bristles, they can just grab every little hair and like literally here, like in the inner corner, which I really like. And then another kind of mascara wand that you'll see, which is the very much traditional. This very much gives off like, this gives off like old traditional mascaras that they came out with like before mascaras got more innovative. It literally looks like a mascara, eyebrow brush. And I might just keep it for that. But this is what it's looking like. Literally looks like a eyebrow brush, like the ones that you get for free at Sephora for the samples. I call them eyebrow brushes, but I know they're for like, you know. So that's that. And then I have some other mascaras. These two I got from the advent calendar, and this one is one of my favorites. This is the YSL Lash Clash, and again, I'm just showing you what the wand is. It's a brown mascara, which we'll talk into different colors, but this wand I really, really like. Can you tell why I really, really like it? Yeah. This looks like it will be grasping any little hairs I even have that are thinking of growing in to the surface. So that's the Lash Clash mascara. I don't know what the claim of this mascara is, but I just know that I really like it for like grasping every little hair. And the fact that it's brown, like I was not expecting them to put this in a calendar, just because I feel like typically they just go with like traditional colors, but because they gave me like 4 mascaras in that kit. I was like, how many mascaras does someone need? But honestly, I'm not mad at them because you can travel with them. And then now last but not least, this is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara, and this is their wand. I like using this one honestly for my fake lashes when I'm like trying to blend in my fake lashes with my real lashes, and sometimes on my lower lashes. So that's what I like to use it for. So yeah, we're just gonna apply them. So again, we're gonna go back to like we're gonna try this mascara, but also just try it and see what it does. So the first thing I'm gonna try the one where it's very much more me, is this wand right here. And this is the Professional Silicone. I think it's just like a regular mascara. Cause I guess like the images have, they're all the same images. All right, we're gonna try this one. I'll open it up. I'm gonna try this. Okay. So it's looking like, I feel like I have mascara for the rest of the year. Okay. Okay, did it twice. It smells kind of strong. I hope this one's not the waterproof one. There were 2 that were waterproof. This one is not waterproof. I'm a little hesitant when it comes to waterproof mascaras. Where's the mirror? No, we're just gonna use this one. So this is how we apply mascara. Gonna hold it with our hand, literally just this little section right here is for holding. And the whole point primarily is you're just brushing the lashes that you already have. We're not brushing any lashes, we're just brushing what we already have. So we're just gonna like use a mirror if you can for the first time. I'm gonna look directly, I'm like, let's see, where do I wanna start? I typically like to start right in the middle, like right here. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go after these. So I'm just gonna like, literally you're combing them. So I'm just gonna, and sometimes you can hold it right here and you can blink into it. Boom. Hold it right here, like under, right here, just blink. Boom. Or you can choose to kind of like look up. Might not look pretty, but you kind of like just from the roots, use the brush, roots. You can see where the roots of your lashes are and you're just combing them up. Or if it helps to literally blink, like just blink, hold it right here and blink. This is actually working better for me, blink. And I'm turning it as I'm going. Because again, I'm trying to get the most of my product. Because I got rid of most of the product on one side, I'm gonna go on the other side. So turn, and every time I'm turning it, hold, under, brush, 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 turn again, brush. And then now I definitely got the outer part. I need to focus on the inner part. This one you can choose to use the tip of it, or you can just choose to use like the little tiny little bristles right here. So I'm gonna like go to the inner. I'm gonna like dig in, but I'm gonna like comb. I'm like blinking into it. Blink, 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 blink. I'm gonna go over the old spots. I have one lash that's like, it's weird, but it just sticks, it's very short. It just sticks down. So I like to kind of like blend it in. Or you can also choose to like wiggle. And you'll see people do that. Just going over again. You can close your eyes. and just close the eye, not eyes, and just kind of like blend the end, comb the ends. That's actually not a bad mascara. Okay, I kind of like this one. It's actually not a bad mascara at all. Hold on. I gotta remember which one is which. Okay, that's one mascara wand, and I told you I like these because they literally pick every single lash. This is definitely more of a lengthening mascara. I didn't say it, but let's try the one that claims to be volumizing. Volumizing just means it gives you the appearance of it looking fuller. Okay, this is the one that claims to be volumizing, so we're just gonna try this one. And we're gonna do the same application. Open it. I close it. I don't know, just like do that. Back in. Do about 2 more times because I want to make sure it's coated. Okay, and then any excess you'll see at the tip. If you can, wipe off that excess because sometimes that just kind of gets on your lid, which, by the way, we'll talk about cleanup. If you do get on your skin, it is not the end of the world. You just have to let it dry, and then you use your nails or a Q-tip, but you have to let it dry. Get your nails or a Q-tip and just kind of like scrape it off. It's not a big deal. We're going to try this volumizing one really quickly. I think this one's waterproof. I hope not. Okay. Again, I'm going to just kind of look down. You can use a little mirror so you can look closely and just start brushing your eyelashes. Blink, 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 blink. I'm trying to get the outer parts. It's kind of more difficult because this brush doesn't really have like the slim, you know what I mean, brush like the first one where I can grab every little hairs. So I'm just kind of like running this brush through my lashes to see what it can grab. And then if you're like, oh dang, I didn't really get the lashes on the outer parts, you can always turn it, your hands, or just focus right here. Try to coat the hairs. Now, as we're doing this, I wanted to mention, why do we put on mascara, right? And you'll see why once I'm done. Because sometimes when you do your makeup and you don't put any mascara or anything, it just doesn't give you that oomph that you might be looking for. I'm still turning my brush around, making sure like I am putting extra, like I'm finishing up. The girls will be wiggling their lashes because they have lashes. I don't got nothing, so I'm just like, okay, we're done. This is the one that's volumizing, and then this is the one that I would say is the lengthening one with the other wand. I like the first one because, of course, like I like anything. This one looks a little bit more full. I don't know if you can tell, but this one's a bit more full, like darker than this one, because of the fact that it's supposed to give you the appearance based off of the formulation and also the advertise or what it's saying it's supposed to do. It's supposed to give you the appearance of volumized, fuller lashes. So it's probably for someone who doesn't have, like, they have very sparse lashes, and this is very much for them. You know, the main reason why, honestly, we put on mascara is, as you can see, the before and after. Like, before, my eyes were just kind of like sitting in the back a little bit. Whereas now, with the eye look that we did in the previous video, it kind of like just pulls it all together. Some people, if they don't like mascara, you can always do clear gel, but it just kind of like have, just doing something with your lashes, just kind of like we can see a little bit more, kind of, you know what I mean? Like, we want to see your beautiful lashes. Even if it's not a lot and you have an eye like this, it just looks a lot better in my opinion, but you do what works for you, okay? I'm just trying to help you out a little bit and you fly free. It's so funny, I have like 2 different eye looks right now and my brain is like, what is going on? It's just, adds a little bit more oomph. So that's honestly the main reason why. Now some mascaras, like I have this mascara right here, I wanted to show you all just for visual purposes because I don't really like this. Some mascaras, again, it's all about reading what the instructions are, reading what the claims are, and then you reading reviews and looking at videos yourselves on someone specifically reviewing what product you're looking for. So this Essence mascara is my go-to. Like, I mean, the marking is like gone from it. Like this is my second one. I decided to purchase the primer that came with it. However, I decided the primer was not for me. Maybe I should just give it a second try right now, but the primer just left it. Typically when you put a primer and then you put on the mascara, it will usually not stay white. I haven't tried this. I don't really want to do this right now, but I did not really like this primer. I don't really feel like the primer really did anything. Typically when a brand or anything, they make a product with a primer that's supposed to go with something else. They typically, like any hair product, any skincare product, whatever, they usually formulate it in a way where they're supposed to work really well together. I'm not a chemist, but I assume, you know, like it's supposed to work really well together. But for me, when I first tried it out, it didn't really work out for me. And it actually left like white flakes on my lashes. And I was like, you know what? I'm content with just the mascara itself. So I'm just going to keep using the mascara. But if you want to try that, again, going back to what the word primer means, as we said in the previous video and also other videos, the point of a primer is to kind of like prep, you know, prep, smooth, whatever it is, prepare. So that way the application that you put on top goes on better, right? So yeah, I think honestly, it's whatever you want to do. I personally do not use, I don't usually use, or I don't use at all, mascara primers. But again, I've used this mascara for the past 3+ years and I just was like, oh, they came out the primer, why not purchase it? And I really wasn't a fan of it. Maybe if I'm ever doing like a look where I just want to do white lashes or something like that, then I'll try it. But this is what the primer looks like from the Essence Lash Clash mascara. This is what it's looking like. It's just not for me. And again, I tried it once and that was the last time I tried it. Maybe when I'm in a better mood or in a different day, I'll try it out, but it just very much was not for me. I hope y'all enjoyed this video of applying mascaras. Please let me know. Please let me know if you have any questions down below in regards to putting on mascara and anything else. I am more than happy to help. And again, I am so happy that you're here. Feel free to check out the other videos in this series. If you're new here, feel free to click like, subscribe, comment, anything. And yeah, feel free to give it a like so that way this pushes out to more people and help out some other people. And yeah, again, I'm so happy you're here. Remember to take care of yourself and each other, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.